So the door handle is now here, nicely hidden. So for the size of it, it is relatively roomy. I'm 6'1", and the driver's seat is currently at my POV filming position, so it means that the driver's seat is a little bit further than usual. But yeah, it's alright. This is soft, so it's comfortable enough here. And I have to say, for the price, this is alright. It doesn't feel cheap and it's not lacking. So we have 2 of those pockets. Some Toyotas still have 1. They missed the driver's one. This is the top of the line trim. Only the base trim comes with rear manual windows. We have 1 push windows in the rear. They also emphasize it on the button, which is rare. Then we have this cubby / cup holder or pin or whatever you want to do with it. And Dacia has this clever system. You can put it to other places. For example, in the front here, and there are a couple of attachment points in the rear also in the luggage area. A couple of USB-C outlets. And there is no ventilation outlets in the rear. No rear armrest. No biggie in this price point. The Toyota CHR, for example, also didn't have this. And we have ISOFIX points here, and which is really cool. They have covered it nicely with this zip. Oh yeah, and talking about zips, those seat covers are removable, so really practical. Let's check out the cargo area. So obviously in this price point there is no electric tailgate. This is the top of the line version with 4-wheel drive, and it costs around 27,000 euros with VAT included. And nice practical trunk, again for the size of the car. It's quite roomy, no complaining there. We have some tools here, not covered, and we also have a full-size spare here, which is optional extra, I believe. But yeah, it's so nice to see real, actual spare wheels. These are quite rare now. And I always like to talk about those illuminations in the luggage areas. We have 1 pretty bright light here, but there's a trick. Check this out. There's this attachment point you saw in the rear also, and here we can find additional light source. Really bright LED, so it's quite practical in camping events or something. But yeah, I can put it in other places if I want to. There's another attachment point, and yeah, now we have 2 cargo area lights. Pretty cool. I really like the design of the new Duster. Even the fuel filler door is cool. Very cool animation. And look what we have here, a manual gear lever. I haven't driven a manual car for a while. Last time was like 2 years ago, and the car was Mazda MX-5. So yeah, we're back. So this is the 4-wheel drive version, which comes with 1.2 liter inline 3, and it's only available with the manual. The hybrid version comes with automatic, and this one is also a mild hybrid, so the start-stop system works quite nicely. We have some different driving modes here, including the 4-wheel drive lock, And we also have the hill descent control. For a 3-cylinder, the engine sound is quite enjoyable, I have to say. Sorry about my boots, they are squealing like pigs. Yeah, I have to say it's really fun thing to tow around, and it has like 130 horsepower, but you know, it's not fast, it's not quick, but it's not slow neither. But in the end of the day, it's really fun. The electric steering suits perfectly well for this one. And the gear changes, the gearbox clutch situation is also really nicely sorted. I love the driving position. You can see the hood, and you can tell that it really wants to be a serious off-roader. And I suppose in this price point, it actually is. Alright, let's check out the acceleration. I'm a little rusty with the manual, but let's give it a try. The power dies at 6,000 RPM. But yeah, I have to practice this more, and this isn't my car, so I don't want to break it, so I will take it easy. So yeah, overall for 27,000 euros you get the top of the line version with four-wheel drive. Yeah, it has a manual, but it's not that bad. It's really nice car for this money. So I'm like, it's really well put together. No rattles. It doesn't feel cheap. I thought that it would feel cheap. I mean, yeah, there are some cheap plastics, but the build quality is actually quite nice, and the door closing sound is like crazy good. Only thing you don't get, and this is the only reason why I wouldn't consider it, it won't come with the adaptive cruise, which is a shame. But I mean, yeah, you have blind spot monitoring, you have plenty of stuff, but yeah, no adaptive cruise, unfortunately. So yeah, overall it's a rather quiet car. The engine noise isn't that intrusive, so it's quite well isolated from the cabin. But on high speeds, like here, the wind noise is quite high. But still, at this price point, it's alright. It's not like air bleeding or something like that. And the funniest thing is that about the engine noise and cabin situation. A month ago I drove the Toyota Land Cruiser, and with that price point it cost like over 80,000 euros. It was like really bad. For me, the only deal breaker. So yeah, for 27 get the Dacia, and the engine noise and cabin situation is way better. This is really nice. So in the end of the day, for me, the question is, why do people buy that many VAG cars? I've driven some cheaper end Volkswagens. I remember the VW Taigo, which cost like over 30,000, and it was quite bad for that money. It cost like 27, but it could easily cost 32. And it's alright, it's bearable. beeping sound is a speed warning chime, and it's quite enjoyable on this car. It has some echo in it, so it's not that annoying as usual. And it's the EU regulations. So when I'm in the 50 zone and I drive 51 kilometers an hour, it starts to beep. But hey, you can turn it off.